Okay, if you're running a small law firm, you already know the deal. The daily grind is just as much about being a business owner as it is about actually practicing law. But what if the way your firm operates is the very thing holding you back? Today, we're going to talk about something called operational drag, this invisible force that's draining your resources and a really powerful new way to fight it, the digital workforce. So, let's start with just one number, 48%. Research shows that's how much of an attorney's time on average is eaten up by non-billable administrative stuff. I mean, just think about that for a second. Almost half of your entire workday is spent managing the practice instead of practicing law. So, here's the big question, right? What would you and your firm do with all that time back? I mean, how much would your growth, your profitability, even your own sanity change if you could just reclaim nearly half of every single day? This isn't just some problem to solve. It's a massive opportunity staring you right in the face. Look, these little inefficiencies, they're not just small annoyances. They're basically hidden taxes on your firm's growth. They're these constant, predictable drains on your revenue that, let's be honest, most of us just accept as the cost of doing business. But what if you didn't have to pay them anymore? This chart really tells the whole story, doesn't it? Just 37% of your time is spent on billable work, the thing that actually makes money. That enormous 48% chunk for admin, that is operational drag in action. And it's also the single biggest place where you can find more profitability. So, let's talk about the first hidden tax, the communication tax. Just think of all the untracked calls, the quick emails you fire off, the follow-ups that get missed, all the little things that absolutely should have been billable. For each attorney, this can add up to over $70,000 in lost revenue every year. That's real money just walking right out the door. And next up, we've got the software tax. We're talking over $5,000 a year for just one piece of core software. And let's be real, nobody uses just one, right? You've got different tools for accounting, for documents, for client management, and every single one comes with its own fee, its own login, and its own little island of data, creating this expensive, messy web of tech that doesn't talk to each other. And then, well, there's the big one. The risk tax. In a world where client data security is everything, a single compliance mistake can cost you over $100,000. Every separate piece of software your firm uses isn't just clunky. It's another door someone could potentially open, and it just multiplies your risk. So, what's the answer? It is definitely not adding another piece of software to the pile. No, this requires a totally different way of thinking, moving away from that fragmented mess of apps to a single, smart, unified operating system for your whole firm. This really says it all. On the left, you've got the old way, which is probably how your firm works today. It's tangled, your data is all over the place, and you're always worried about security. But on the right, that's the future. A single platform where everything is integrated. AI handles the busy work, and it's all locked down with enterprise-level security. And that brings us to this core idea, an AI business operating system. Now, this isn't just another practice management tool. Think bigger. It's a complete platform with a pre-trained digital workforce built right in. And it's designed from the ground up to automate the entire business side of your firm. So, what does that actually look like day to day? Well, stop thinking about software and start thinking about a team. A dedicated team of AI-powered virtual managers working for your firm around the clock, handling all those admin tasks. This frees up your actual human team to focus on what they do best, practicing law. So, here's your new digital team. You've got Momentum handling all your communications, managing client intake 24/7, so a new lead never slips through the cracks. Then there's Fiducia, your new finance manager, automating all the invoicing and collections. You get Lex, who's like a virtual paralegal, scanning contracts to flag risks. And Nexus handles your ops, from digitizing mail to helping with HR. Each one is purpose-built to chip away at that 48% of administrative work. Now, for any lawyer, The first question when you hear AI is always security. And let me be clear, this is non-negotiable. This platform, which is built on Google's top-tier Gemini model, puts it in writing. It contractually guarantees that your client data is always your data. Period. It is never ever used for AI model training. This directly tackles the number one concern lawyers have with this kind of tech. Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing, but what does it actually mean for your bottom line? Let's get down the brass tacks and break down the real, tangible return on investment for a typical three-attorney firm. This is where it all clicks into place. The path to getting your money back is super clear. First, you recapture just one billable hour a day per attorney. That alone adds over $21,000 a month in new revenue. Second, you consolidate all that software, saving over $6,000 a year. And third, you automate just 10 hours of admin work a week, which saves another $15,000 annually. These aren't just fuzzy numbers. They're direct hits to your bottom line. So, when you add it all up, what do you get? A conservative estimate gives you a monthly return on your investment of over 45 times. Let me say that again. For every single dollar you put into this platform, you can expect to get over $45 back in recovered revenue and savings. That's a business case that's pretty hard to argue with. Which really brings us to the final question you have to ask yourself. The technology to get rid of all this administrative drag and completely transform your firm, it exists right now. So the choice isn't really about adopting some new tool. It's a strategic decision about your firm's future. Are you going to keep paying those hidden taxes of the old way, or are you ready to build a firm that's actually designed for the future? Start your 14-day free trial and unlock full access to tools designed specifically to help small law firms grow, protect margins, and turn risk into opportunity. No commitments, no contracts, and absolutely no credit card required. From automated client intake and 24/7 communication management to smart financial alerts, legal workflow automation, and AI-powered decision-making, Nextvert gives your legal operation the intelligent layer it needs to thrive all year long. See how simple and how powerful your AI evolution can be. Visit nextvert.com to begin your free trial today.